The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Aaron, Bentonville, Arkansas. Why do you ignore Sheriff Arpaio's assertion that President Obama's birth certificate is a forgery? Well, because Sheriff Arpaio has not presented any hard evidence to back up his assertion. Secondly, I am very busy. I looked into the birth certificate myself and found out there were two separate birth announcements made in Honolulu newspapers on the day Barack Obama was born. It would be impossible for that to happen unless somebody was conspiratorializing the birth of a little mixed-race baby. If that were happening, then I guess you could have birth announcements planted. But the odds of that, Aaron, are about 29 gazillion to 1. Right?
That's kind of...
I could answer those. I could
answer that one. Thanks for that question.
I was hoping that one didn't come up. The birth announcements and that birth registry, which is just line items. We have not information, we have evidence. Then we can prove beyond a doubt that not only are foreign births registered in those birth announcements and the line item registrations, we also know and have let me correct myself, we also have documented evidence of two adopted individuals that were breathing 3 years prior were listed as newborn infants. It's not creditable because it doesn't tell us anything. We know a birth took place, and maybe a little homework to clear it up. In 2000, let me finish. That's the newspapers. The way that happens, it happens with the newspapers. There's no distinction as to where someone was born. There's no distinction if they were adopted. They're just listed. It's not creditable information. In 2000, the Inspector General issued a report about the rampant problem of birth certificate fraud. And within the opening paragraphs of his report, he states that a birth certificate's intended purpose was only to register the event of a live birth, not anything else, and in and of itself is not credible information to prove identification or citizenship. There has to be other documentation to be considered. That's right from the government.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.